We've all been told to mind our own business before when we've been putting our nose somewhere where it doesn't belong. And this chapter explains just that. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss chapter 3 of Rich Dad Poor Dad. The chapter begins with an example, and just after a graduation speech, Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's, was with a bunch of graduates, and he basically asked them, what is his business? And of course the graduates went on to say, well, hamburgers, McDonald's, duh. And Ray said, well, no, actually, I'm in the real estate business. And if you look at it, McDonald's owns some of the best locations in the world. Corners of high streets in the biggest cities in the world. And what main city or big city with a decent number of people have you been to that hasn't had a McDonald's? Ray says that the success of his restaurant wasn't him selling burgers, but where his restaurants were located. To this day, McDonald's is the #1 largest private owner of real estate in the world. Robert goes on to say that there's one big difference between your business and your profession. And he uses an example where at his talks, at his lectures, he'll ask someone, what is your business? And they'll turn around to him and they'll say, well, Robert, I'm a banker. And Robert will say, do you own the bank? And inevitably they'll say no. And Robert then goes on to say, well, then being a banker is not your business, it's your profession. That's what you do as a job, that's what you do to get your income. In that example, the person has confused their profession, banking, with their business, which is more of their asset. Minding your own business, it doesn't mean that you have to go and start a company, quit your job and start doing something on your own. That's not the case at all. Minding your business is just focusing on your asset column instead of your income from your job. That's all he means when he says minding your own business. So what we need to do is we can keep our jobs, but we need to focus on, instead of buying nice things to have, luxuries, liabilities, we need to focus on building an asset column that is income generating. We don't want to just buy something that appreciates over time. We want to buy something that is going to pay us to own it. For example, dividend stocks. They pay you quarterly to just own a share in their business. Obviously, there's many ways that you can invest into assets, and Robert actually has 7 sections that he says are good income generating assets, and I will go over that list with you now. Number 1 are businesses that don't require your attention. If you have to be there every day of the week overseeing everything that's going on, it's not an asset, it's your day-to-day job. Number 2 is stocks, and number 3 are bonds. So stocks, for example, dividend stocks, they're going to pay you quarterly just to own their stocks. Why not? Number 4 is income generating real estate, so rental properties. If you own a whole bunch of properties or you invest into REITs and things like that, it's going to pay you monthly. You're going to be getting rent, for example. Just by owning the property, you could be paying down that mortgage and making a slight profit on it. It's a no-brainer. Number 5 are notes, so IOUs, for example. And number 6 are royalties. That can be from music, it can be from a patent, it can be from anything that you've copyrighted and they have to pay you a royalty to use. And number 7, anything else that has value. It can be appreciating, it can pay you income. As long as the market is ready for it and you can sell it quickly, thumbs up. So the summary of the chapter, minding your own business, is to basically, no matter what your situation, focus on building your asset column. So if you're stuck in the rat race, if you're working paycheck to paycheck, build into your monthly expenses that you need to put X amount of money aside into an income generating asset. So for example, the stock market is very accessible through apps like Trading 212 if you're in the UK or Europe, and you can put money aside, you can invest into good dividend stocks that have a good payment history, and you're going to earn money that you can just simply reinvest. Even when you're stuck in the rat race, even when you're living paycheck to paycheck, if you are disciplined and you carry on doing this to the best of your ability, eventually your income from your assets are going to overtake your income from your job, and that will give you the financial freedom to start a business or start a new job that you enjoy more, or move to a different country, or do whatever the hell you want. Alright guys, that's it for this one. I'm really enjoying this book. I'm not surprised that it's been a #1 seller for so long. The lessons are really fantastic. So I will be back in a week's time with chapter 4, and I can't wait. If you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe over there. You can also click over there for one of my other videos and hit like down below. If you have any ideas for videos or you have anything that you want me to address, comment down below. I'm happy to do that for you guys. So until next time, cheers.